Hello everyone, Mr. Simple Majority here, and welcome back to Simple Plays. Alright guys, so I've been doing a bit of research while I was on my test world, and what I discovered was not good. My plans were to build this into this guy, the extractor. I thought, okay, this can be doable. I think I talked about it a little bit, using a water wheel. Yeah, that didn't work. First off, I want to show you what the water wheel needs. Let's see, where are you? Actually, we just need this, the paddle panels. Okay, so we need these spring steel ingots. Okay, that's going to be your iron, HSLA steel plus a coal and redstone, and you need to have a temperature of 1150 C. No problem, there's actually something called a heater. Right here it is. Not too bad to make. We need a combustor for HSLA steel, 2 base panels, and a sintered tungsten ingot. Huh? Yeah. So how do we get that ingot? You can't grind it. You need iron, gravel, ore. So you need this no matter what. Okay, well, it turns out the water wheel wouldn't work. The best I could get the speed up to was 2048 radians per second. That leaves only one motor that I tested out that would work, and that is the gas turbine. It requires a compound compressor, compound turbine, high temperature combustor, 3 HSLA steel, a diffuser, base panel, and shaft unit. And this guy requires inductive ingots, 4 HSLA steel, and an ignition unit. And the inductive ingots need a pulse jet furnace. See where this is going? Right now, I need to get materials like up and running big time. So we're gonna have to put this on hold for a bit. We'll come back to it because it's definitely worth building into. I got with the pulse jet furnace, or with the gas turbine, I didn't even have to put any gearboxes in or anything. It literally was just pushing ores out. I mean, I put a stack of iron in there and I had like 3 stacks of flakes out of it. So, and that's just only part of the problem, because then, before we can even do any of that, we need a fractionation unit. Right here, 6 gold, fuel line, mixer, and base panel. This guy requires 8192 radians at 65 kilowatts of power. And the only engine I can get to that point, I think, is going to be, not that. The performance engine, yeah, I could with the performance engine, because it's at 256 newton meters. But then we need that the ethanol, redstone, gunpowder, blaze. You know, one of these different additives just to get that power up there. Of course, the gas engine won't reach, it's too low. This could reach, but we need so much just to get to it. Micro turbine definitely would reach. But again, if we can't, it's a lot of other parts. But here was the kicker. I brought in 9 times 16,000 millibuckets of tanks worth of jet fuel. And in a matter of, 10 minutes, it was all drained. So it's going to definitely be a process of heavy thinking. I'm going to have to figure out what to do and how to do it. So what I'm going to do is, these are pretty much done. I still have, I guess I can get the yeast and go ahead and process this out. Yeah, let this finish processing out, and I'm gonna basically, like, the lubricant's done. Let this lubricant go ahead and run out, and so forth, and then I'm gonna pack that stuff up, because the other thing is, I'd like to have different buildings for different purposes. You know, have fuel production in one, have lubricant production in another type thing, and kind of space it out. So that's the thought pattern. Meanwhile, we still have to figure out how we're actually going to get ore production up. And I'm going to go ahead and go with mechanism for that. Now, even though we're doing mechanism, we're actually going to be starting in immersive engineering. Because we're going to want some power. And there are power systems in mechanism. But I find it to be the better route. Here they are. No, it's an ordicinator or whatever. Resistive heater. No, that's not it. I mean, here's the energy cells and all that. Where is the power? Here, oh, here they are. So the gas burning generator. And gotta hold that there. Generator harnesses the molecular varying gases to produce energy. Biogenerator burns organic materials to produce energy. Heat generator uses lava plus burnable resources. And then of course you have your solar panels, which will do the same thing, but wind and solar generators, which will do the same thing, but they'll run out, they flux. So we're going to start in immersive engineering to do this. And what we're going to do is build the diesel generator to produce our fuel, our power, and that will give us 4,096 RF per tick. We'll still use the rotary system. Actually, I'm thinking probably building a engine to see how much power we can get off applied energistics and use that. But we're going to be not switching over, but right now just so that we get ore production moving. That's, to me, is very important at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera as I'm holding a set of numbers in my head for shapes and sizes that need to be drilled out over here. So I'm going to do that real quick and get some steel made up, as well as the book for immersive engineering, which isn't that hard to make. It's I believe it's the book plus the book plus lever. So I'm gonna get all that made and we'll come back in just a moment. Alright guys, we're back, and as I reviewed my inventories, we're gonna have to go lower than the bio production because that's gonna require a ton of iron, a ton of copper to get there. It's not a problem, but we'll definitely get up there. That's what we're going to work towards right now. Now, off camera, I did get some things going. After I realized that, I built a water mill system back here. So yeah, water mills are my friends. That one's up and running, and it's not connected, but it's going to go to the back here behind the base. Let's see here. Okay, so what we need to do first is we're going to need some enriched alloys. We're going to need 4 of them. And I need my redstone. Okay, so we'll drop these in here. It's 10, just like the carbon, 10 units per. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So that's going to cook into enriched alloy. What we're going to make is the basic energy cube, which needs 2 energy tablets, 2 iron, a steel casing, and 4 redstone. We'll need 4 steel plus an osmium for that. So while that's cooking the energy, the enriched, I'm going to go ahead and grab our 4 glass, 2, 3, 4, and I got some osmium, so we're good there. We'll also need 2, 3, 4, so 8 total on the carbon. Alright, else that's empty, that's good. Dump those in there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let those cook up. Now we got that, we should be able to make our energy tablets. Which is 2 gold, or 3 gold, I'm sorry, 2 enriched alloys and 4 redstone. 1, and these don't stack, so be ready for it. Let's go ahead and set up our next recipe, which is the one for the steel. Oh, I can also put the osmium in there. Get that ready. There we go. And perfect. How are we doing on power? 21 left. Okay. I mean, sure, I could run this off Stirling generators because we have the farm going, but why would I do that when I could use natural power and everything's good? You know, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, yeah. Now, things upcoming, we're gonna need, to make the jet fuel, gonna need mob spawners so we can start generating mob essence, store that up, and then make powered spawners using the mob essence. One for magma creams, and I think there was one for creepers, definitely. Yeah. Get that out of there. Okay, so we'll cook that up. We've got our whatchamacallits, okay. Don't think there was anything else we needed. Yeah, just the 2 iron. We're good to go after that. Okay. There we go. There's our machine casing. Energy tablets. 2 iron. And then 4 redstone. And there's our basic energy cube. Like I said, I'm going to put this probably right here on the outside. Yes, there's our tap right there. So, knock that. Oops. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. I did, but I didn't, you know? It's like that I meant to, but I didn't mean to. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted right there. So, configuration should be the top. That's the input. The bottom will be our output. And the rest of these will be nones. Okay? So put that there. I'm going to leave this like this for the moment. So I know where I'm going. Go around here. Excuse me. Got a little frog in my throat. We'll go ahead and tap this guy right here. With the shift key. And then connect these 2 together. There you go. And you are now receiving power. Cool. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is create a way of moving the energy around. Might as well use our pipes. So let me look into that and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back and we're going to get to the next one. So I made the wires, and that's 2 steel plus a redstone, and that gets you these. These are basic universals. And they have a limit of 3.2 kilojoules, I think it is. 3.2 kilojoules a tick. Now, it also is universal, so it supports RF and all that. Made another steel casing, and went ahead and made these guys. Now, these are made with osmium and redstone in the enrichment. The energetic infuser. 2 more iron, and for you guys, boom, the enrichment chamber, aka the crusher. Now there is an upgraded form of this. I don't know if we can make that. That's the basics. No, not basic smeltery. Hello, heart attack. It wasn't the basic smeltery. We want the basic enriching factory. So to make that, I just need 2 more iron, the enrichment chamber, and 2 circuits. So we can see that and how that's made right here. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. Just throw redstone in, and there you go, and up it goes. Cool. So once these are done, I think we'll go ahead and move everything. So there's number 1. And here comes number 2. The other thing about the diesel generator, I need to get industrial hemp and start analyzing it and get it up to maximum. So, okay, so we got those guys. It's the basic enriching. did not like that because of the factory. There we go. 1, 2, because I know I got more than enough redstone for this. There we go. Perfect. Now I could take it up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to right now. But let's grab 3 ores. Let's go with iron, tin, and what else? Osmium. Okay. Come over here and drop her down. Charges right on up. And this is what I like about it, and I've always liked this and respected it. The enrichment chamber will support is a 1 input, 1 output. The enriching factory is 3 inputs, 3 outputs, and as you can see, it's pretty quick at what it does. Perfect. Let's move you and put you. Let's put you right there, actually. There we go. So, awesome. Okay, what I'm going to need to do now is get off here, off camera, and go out and do a bunch more mining, because I'm really out of copper. What you see on me is what I got, basically. It's 34 copper. Yeah. And I don't have any more in storage. So I'm going to store everything up here and get underground again. Let's see. You guys go up here. I'm going to break you apart. Go. I hate that R key. There we are. And I'm going to have to put that guy in there with that. Put that back where it belongs. I do have storage over here for that. And then book. Let's put it right there. Okay. So I'm going to get back underground, and I'm going to go for a real big mining frenzy. Try to pull up as much as I can. And we'll be back in a bit. I'll smelt it all down. I'm also going to tear down the rest of the stuff here into powder and get all that done. And we'll come back and make the last part of this when I get done. Yeah, something like that. Be back soon. Just a quick note, because I can't remember if I talked about it or not. We'll talk about it right now. Oh, hello, Iron. You're going to notice that if you look at my mini-map, the cave system is pretty bright. It's not because I ran through here and put down a bunch of torches. Nope, it has nothing to do with that at all. In fact, I really haven't done any of that. Remember back a couple episodes when we dropped in the subterranean, or the last episode I guess it would be now? We dropped in that subterranean illuminator? Yeah. Remember that guy? I do. Well, that's what you're seeing. It's lit up the entire cave. Every ounce of it. I mean, I should get this while I'm here. I was really surprised. I came in here, I was like, hey, why is that sparkling? And then I realized, oh, I know what that is. That's awesome. It's the illuminator doing that. That is definitely worth building, guys. I support it 100%. I'm going to try to find it here. I believe it's this way. And then down, I think. Oh, don't want to pass that. That's rock flowers. That gives me purification powder. I still need to make a scoop to pick that thing up. Get some, these are binding crystals I'm picking up right now. And I think that I went this way? No, because I'm finding a lot of rock flowers. I shouldn't be finding a lot of rock flower. Okay, that's the whatchamacallit. That leads down into the whatchamacallit there. Let's see, which way did I go? Was it this way? I think it's this way, actually. I would never have let that stay. Oh yeah, you know what I did? Because I remember the fire site. a nice little pocket of this stuff. Cool. Okay, now you notice that it's not perfect. Once the night vision here wears off, you're going to see this is dark. So it's not perfect, it doesn't get everything. This could be its range too. Which means I'm totally going the wrong direction right now. Oops, don't need that many torches. Let's see if we can find it. These are elemental stones. I'm definitely not picking those up right now. They don't stack. There's one for each element, and I don't want to mess with that. Let's see. It's gotta be this way. Okay. Was it? It's not up. It's this way? No. That's a dead end. Oh my god. I can't remember where I parked it. You know what? It's down here. Yeah, I remember now. It's up here actually. Because I remember I went out, I've already plugged this off. The water supply here, and then I put it up here because it was nice and dark back here. And there it is. And as you can see, it's lit all the way down there, and I mean everywhere. I love it. This thing's awesome. This is something. Don't know what it is as of right now, so just kind of have to keep digging at it. So, alright, what we'll do is go back off cam, and I'm going to keep digging down here. I got a while to go. Really focus on trying to find the copper, and yet I'm mining up titanium. But we're going to work on the copper and, well, whatever else I can get my hands on down here. So, alright guys, I think we're about finished with today's episode, but before we do, we're going to make the where's it at? I just had it. Basic smelting factory. And we're going to need an energized smelter first, which is 2 glass, 4 redstone, 2 control circuits or chips will work. Thought it was 2 iron. But I was wrong. There we go. And we'll put that in the middle. Glass on either side. There we go. And pow. Okay, and then we can just take that up to the next tier, which is the basic one, just like the other one. Now that does require iron. And I got 2 more control circuits over here. All ready to go. Cool. Alright, so drop that in the middle. One on top, one on bottom. There we go. Wow, come on. And there we go. Nice. Very nice. Alright, so we'll drop this here. And I'm going to tell it no on either side. Energy off. Okay, so there we go. So no matter what, none of this should actually pass through, I don't think. Yeah, okay. So we got copper and working on tin dust. I'm just going to do is basically between the episodes start smelting everything down, or finish smelting everything down, I should say. 2 and 3. As much of it as I possibly can. And then we'll come back next time. And oh boy, well, since I got kind of side-railed with the whatchamacallit, I think what I'm going to do between episodes is continue mining and picking up Certas. I'm also going to head out to the meteorites and see if I can't get the presses. We're not going to do any, you know what, no. I'm going to get Certas quartz, but not going to do that. We're going to start working towards getting the two machines that we need, the three machines that we're going to need for the diesel engine, which is the fermenter and what's that thing called? Let's put that away. Oops, I didn't mean to put my lexicon up. So we need the industrial squeezer and the fermenter. That'll take us to the refinery, which brings in both sides. And then finally the diesel engine itself, which doesn't actually show it here. That's the biodiesel. Interestingly enough, it doesn't actually show the engine itself under this. Crusher, assembler, biodiesel. Nope. Power. There we go. Diesel generator. And then finally the diesel generator itself. And that's, like I said, it's 4096 RF per tick. Nice. Will be split between all connections. In other words, it's 4096 RF, and there's, I don't know how many different connections there are on it. I think there's 3, so it's divided by 3. So what we'll have to do is either tap them and then combine it onto a capacitor, or put capacitors on top of it that are equal to the 4096. One of the two. Probably the capacitor one will work the best. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But for now, that's our goals at the moment. We're going to get a little more stable power going, continue building up Certus crystals, and eventually I'm going to head out looking for the presses so we can start setting that up. At some point I'm going to have to dig a hole here, make this base deeper, so that we can start pushing down and put stuff like the automated system for presses down there. Kind of wanted to have my ME interface system here in the center, and I could still do that. The interface to actually get into the network, and then have the rest of it down below. So that's where we're kind of at, and our roadmap. For now, like I said, we'll pick up into rotary craft again when we have more materials and we have a little better system for storing items. So, the last thing is I set up this. Actually, these are supposed to be reversed, but for now that's fine. This is going to be for the ritual altar, and this one here is for the infusion ring. And I want the infusion ring right nice and close to my liquid chroma. Speaking of, I can go ahead and dump off my XP. Make sure you do that as much as you can, because, well, it's worth it. So, got 3 buckets now. Alright, well, that's where we're going to wrap up at. I'll see y'all next time, and thanks you for watching.